Everyone, and welcome back to another of our little game reviews. I'm your host, as ever, Purple Midnight 8, joined for the first time for a game review by darling Amelia, who is currently eating unbranded ice cream in a tub that has two. Yeah, probably shouldn't fake cough.
Sorry.
She's eating a brand of ice cream that has not one but two gentlemen's names as the brand. When you say hello,
Everyone's gonna play that. Hi guys, I'm allowed on. No, I'm joking, because I don't play any of the other games.
yeah, we're still both a little bit sick, so we do apologise. Amelia especially, unfortunately, so I apologise if she hacks her lungs up. Anyway, today we are looking at Farm Together, a game we have been absolutely obsessed with for most of this year.
There's a-
It has been almost a year. We are very close, but we played it like religiously. But still, before we get into our little breakdown, we do just have to.
it's so important about this game.
It has local co-op and online co-op, except you can't mix and match the two, for whatever reason. So before I get into this, I do just have to give a quick little rundown for you on on how this is done, because this is Amelia's first little game review. So as you can see on the computer screen, we don't do it how we usually do it with the film reviews, where it's just what's going on. We do our little bullet points of little categories of stuff, and then we just read what it says, basically. So we'll begin with main story, which is usually how I like to kick things off. This game has none. This is a little sandbox game. So it's mainly like Farming Simulator, one of those games where you just jump in and you get to it. There's no end goal, there's no real levels per se. It didn't pick up most of that. But yes, the graphics are a bit more animated than realism. So as I say, there's no main story for it, but there are little quests. If you want, technically you can say that it involves starting from nothing and creating a large and successful farm full of crops, animals, trees, fish, flowers, and buildings. However, you could turn it into less of a farm and more of like a little town or a village as well. So gameplay-wise, as mentioned, it is a farming simulator styled game where you are tasked with creating a farm. Excuse me, gameplay is going to be our longest one, I should add. Crops require ploughed land, which you can place almost anywhere. Just a quick whack and down it goes. Whereas the other placeable items can be put on any other piece of land.
Recommended you do it crops.
Yeah, make it like just make a field for the farm. Don't just stick all of your shit in random places. Or do what lots of people who I visited to in order to get one of the achievements, where you just dump everything in one spot. And like not have any roads or like decorations, just shit. So anyway, this requires money, of course, as well as gems to buy these items, and some may even cost things called medals, that we will get into a little bit later on a bit more. Farming crops takes up varying amounts of real time, which can be sped up by using sprinklers. Also, you don't have to be in the game in order to progress these times, which is good, because usually we just do it before we go to bed. Excuse me.
Games have a lot
Oh yeah, like microtransactions and stuff. Yeah, basically there's none unless you want like DLCs that we'll talk about later. So, they can be sped up by sprinklers, which we, I think, have just caught up with on flowers as well. It's taken us ages, but we actually have some now. Sprinklers speed up crop growing times by two times as fast, basically, as well as making flowers worth their full value. These benefits can be gained from watering them manually, however there will be temporary boosts until you water them again. Animals have to be fed several times in order for their timers to count down to be harvested. Yeah, you went through most of our gameplay without realising you need to feed the animals in order to harvest them again. Yeah, it wasn't very clever of you. Fish can be harvested multiple times depending on the amount of fish present, but can also be done earlier for a smaller profit. Seasons play into what you can and can't do at certain times, such as certain crops and when trees are available to harvest. However, flowers are good in the fact you can place them whenever you want. However, pretty much all of them take several hours each. There's one that takes like a week, I think, these orange daisies. They're worth it. They're worth it. But you gotta be patient and they're fucking expensive. So as the farm and each individual crop levels up, you get more and more options of what you can plant and grow, essentially. Buildings add a Sims-esque feeling to the game by adding homes for the players to furnish and decorate to their heart's content. You get more of these by leveling up, like the farm itself. But you can unlock different like piano songs and recipes by leveling up the piano songs and recipes. So yeah, they add homes to furnish and decorate. Using certain items in the house rewards medals or tickets. The tickets are then used to pay for farmhands, which essentially do what you would do automatically in a select area. Other buildings involve producing special resources such as honey, jam, or cheese. Usually these require resources that are picked up naturally from harvesting. Cheese usually involves milk, and jams like fruits from trees and certain crops. But the honey comes from beehives, which take nearly a full day in order to grow. However, we do have a little workaround we will talk about later on when I get to it. Using these special resources as well as regular ones, you can upgrade your profits slightly. I think it's literally like 2%. Using dedicated tables that also require a genuinely eye-watering amount of money to use. And to be honest, you'll barely know the difference anyway, unless you're like religiously keeping your eye on the amount of bloody money stuff is making. Also, I have to interrupt. Stasi is giving Tiny a wash, bless him. Moving on to side content now that we've got past the big one. The player can accept quests which require the harvesting of specific things in return for medals. These numbers can go from only several items to... What was the rabbit one we had? We had to harvest like 400 rabbits.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And as well, because we're so big, I couldn't find them.
Yeah, we just couldn't find them anywhere, so I was just dumping new ones everywhere. Now the fucking farm, as you may see, which I forgot to mention in the background of this video, you may see us with those rabbits, the white ones. If not, ignore everything I'm currently saying. Harvesting these, I must add, do still keep hold of the usual rewards you would get. So, like, from your chickens, you'll still get your eggs and your money, but it also progresses towards that quest that then awards medals. But God, those quests can take ages and give you fuck all as a reward. Another thing you can get are special quests, which are in the form of periodic events, such as currently the Christmas one is on, which you probably saw us earlier in the video, harvesting the candy canes. We recorded the gameplay in advance because I didn't know how long we needed gameplay for, so I don't know how much is being used. So you may see us harvesting them, or you may not. So, pardon me. Yeah, so you get the quests, the events such as Christmas and Halloween, which are still actively in rotation as of recording. I must add, because I don't know if they're going to cancel them in the future, like if they stop like servers and all that. However, they're not new events. Say if you play for a full year, you will play the same events again, but with no new rewards. As we found out when I played this on my own briefly, we already had some of the rewards from different events, but not all of them. so it's good to be able to get them back. In these events, you will unlock themed clothing, decorations, items, and pets. Very important with the pets, as you can probably see, 2 little cats following us. One of them is our little baby who passed away not too long ago, Mr. Silver. And the black one, who I believe is following me, is Mr. Smitten, the little chubster. Both of them are featured on the channel. One posthumously and one in a LEGO video at some point. Depending on the event, you can also permanently unlock what the event asks for, like the trees and the flowers, or fish or animals, whichever it is. However, if it's a crop, like right now with the candy canes, once the event's over, you can't plant candy canes anymore. These unlocks, like the trees and such, are limited to a specific amount. DLC is a prominent feature of Farm Together. This is the important bit that you wanted me to talk about a little bit. They are in the form of themed packs that add plenty of new additions for the player to mess around with. If any, we would have to suggest buying the candy pack, as it provides the candy tree, the cotton candy tree, which we have filled up like an entire section full of and themed it around, which gives honey, which can then be traded for medals quite easily as well. Like if you have enough, and when summertime comes around, just fucking harvest the shit out of them. It's brilliant. And now we just move on to our personal little thoughts to wrap up with. I think this is shorter than I expected it to be honest. I don't know. Hopefully it is still recording, that's a good question. It's not coming up saying that it is. But Craig is here, so that's what matters. So, Farm Together, of course, is an extremely addictive game, as we mentioned at the top, because we've been playing this for the good part of a year, from about March, April time. We're still coming strong. We've got a big fucking farm now, so yeah, we don't want to lose it. Excuse me.
You don't just have to put something, you can be creative. We came up with ideas of like, we made a beach, we made a Halloween area, and a Christmas one.
We're in the process of doing a Christmas one. You've got the beach, you've got the candy area, you've got the kingdom. Quite a lot of little themed areas, but you don't have to do that, but it makes the difference, and that's probably what's kept us coming back so much.
And you've done pets.
We did a pet and zoo, we did this together.
It's just when you come up with little ideas like...
Yeah.
And it does look good, because you can interact with like...
Yeah, certain bits of furniture and like decorations you can interact with for little animations. It's little touches like that that just make it better than just farm, dig, build, like,
Do you plan on build, tour?
There will be a full tour in the future. However, you've got a few months left before we've come full circle on the events. So stay tuned for that one if you're interested. So yeah, it is extremely addictive, as mentioned, providing plenty of reasons to keep coming back day after day. Especially if you want to actually get stuff for the crops.
And it's good because it's free. Like...
Yeah, it can be a bit of a drag though, starting up the game for the first time. It's sticking with it enough that you're eventually making money that you can keep. Because usually it's just, like when we first started out, it's just like, oh, we have no money now we've got to fuck off until it grows.
I'm literally on it for like 10 minutes and starting now, so...
It's nearly 2 hours we're going around this fucking farm for, and that's 2 of us doing that, not just the one. So, as we mentioned briefly, on and off, co-op you have to do. Like, you can play it on your own, but it can get extremely boring if you haven't got anyone giving you that hand and, like, sharing the ideas like we have, of, like, building different areas. You're just gonna struggle. It's just not as fun. But this is a little project we've had for most of 2023, so it's kept us happy. So yeah, of course you get things done quicker. as well as be able to come up with the new ideas. As mentioned, we've specifically decorated the marked areas around our farm using DLC items as well as those from the events. Overall, of course, Farm Together is an excellent game that we have enjoyed the shit out playing.
It's just being creative. It's like Minecraft in a minute.
Yeah, we're playing Minecraft as well, which
It's a building like platform.
you'll also get a tour of that at some point,
Obviously,
hopefully.
because you don't have as much time, you have to try and create.
Yeah, because if not, you're just fucked.
Shout out to Chester.
Oh yeah, Chester, it's not going to make sense to literally anyone listening to this, but he is a cat. He was the first cat we put in that world. So stay tuned for Chester. So yeah, I bought it on sale. I didn't even realise this came out 5 years ago this year. So I picked it up after, and I was just like, fuck it, why not? And then it's just like, when I was doing the, when I was typing this all up, I was like, 2018, bloody hell.
But you did.
Yeah, we did have one with Morgan. Well, I had one with Morgan, but he was just not coming on enough, and I just made one on my own. And we immediately surpassed all my hard work and effort.
We did
Yeah, we got our joint one. So yeah, we find it really charming and addictive, if not a little frustrating to get started with. So yeah, that is our little wrap up of Farm Together. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to us mostly coughing for this review. We'll be better soon. Hopefully, Amelia's an asthmatic, so she could be like this for fucking ages. But anyway, I've been your host, as ever, Purple Midnight, joined by the lovely wife, the lovely sick wife, Amelia, Petal ASMR, the Obsidian Nook, all that good stuff. You can find her link in the link tree below with all of mine and Morgan's. But for now, we'll see you in the next one.